All right, guys and gals, I have found a deep hole with lots of current in the middle of some super shallows, which means there's usually a nice bit of fish in there. And there are birds. Usually if there's birds, they're around fish. So let's see what happens here. I'm using 2-ounce sinkers, but the current seems to be taking it. And I'm using a big bottom rig and a small bottom rig. Gotta check my tip. All right, let's do some fishing. As you can see, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, which is just right. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know what? Let me just keep this in my hand. About 2 hours away from high tide. I got here at low tide or somewhere near it as the tide was coming into this little estuary and just tearing them up. But I got a feeling that's going to change, and then I've got to leave right at high tide. Wife's got some things she's wants to do, and if I want to keep fishing, I better get back in time. All right, now we're starting to talk about more fish. Let's get these back here. We got some catching up to do. This has got something on it. Been getting a lot of seaweed out there, but no, not yet. Whoa, that's a little bit different. Yep, that's a fish. That's a fish. At least I think it is. Yeah, there's a fish on there for sure. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Yeah, I just had to get them in some shallower water. These croaker are a lot of things like to eat croaker, so they're not sticking into the deep unless they're bigger. Yeah, and these poles, freshwater, saltwater, got them for free out of someone's trash can. I think they're moving. Really good for just about everything. A little Shakespeare fishing pole with a tiger rig on it, reel. 12 to 14 pound test. Probably need to switch it out. I've had these rods for years. Probably Walmart special. And I'm using number 5 eagle claw hooks, which seem to be doing just fine for the croaker. And squid. And I'm using 2 different size bottom rigs, the big one and the small one, and I'm not sure I can tell the difference. You know, which one will catch more fish. I'm not sure it really matters. Not really sure why you have a big one or a small one, just preference, I would imagine. Get you out of the way. All right. Breeze isn't bad. Summer day. It's what is this? We're in June. I think June 5th, June 6th. Weather's real nice, not too windy. James River can get a little crazy for kayaking, but it's a beautiful day. I'm about 2 hours away from high tide. I find fishing, well, really 2-3 hours before high tide, about an hour after. Slack tide is not a whole lot, so that's good lunchtime. Then about an hour after high, and then I head back. Actually, I'm gonna have to head back here pretty soon. Oh, there we go. Come on. Yep, you should be on there. Doesn't seem to be very big. Yeah, there we go. Whoop. Nice little dab. Little croaker. I think I'm gonna have to cut these a little bit smaller. Let's see. Yeah, that's a hookup. It's just too fast. I need to fish with one rod. All right. That's one of those good problems to have. Too many fish to use multiple poles. And of course I keep wrapping my tip around there. Not good. And I need to keep that. These days I'm gonna leave my knife unsheathed and it's gonna cut my line. All right, double hooking it. Still got the bait at the bottom. Tip. Just can't seem to keep that away from the tip. All right. Yep, got him. There's got to be some other stuff in here. I'm just having fun catching these croakers. I'm not gonna even bother to go after them. I'll come out here another day. Now you know where they get the name croaker. Small stuff. I'll take this opportunity to tighten up my line, tighten up the bait. I've seen some 3-pound croaker taken out of the James River around here. I wouldn't mind one of those, but those are out there in deeper water. by the channel. I've had challenges staying away from bigger boats, so I'm sticking to the shallows. The current on the James River can be real tough to deal with in a big heavy kayak like this, and with all the shipping traffic and things like that, I'm just staying out of it. Yeah, usually you can hold on to that line, you can tell if they're still on it. I think he is. Yeah. Whoop. And croaker are actually pretty good eating, but they do have a lot of bone. So unless I'm catching something big that I could really fillet, or I'm going to use them for bait. Again, stripers love live croaker. You go striper fishing in the fall, put a live croaker on the end of your hook, you're going to have some nice striper action. Nothing really big yet. Ton of action, just absolutely ton of action. And coming in at low tide, it's only 1 to 2 feet deep, really. And then I get into this little hole. It's a tributary to the Ragged Island National Wildlife Refuge, and it gets deep. I'm not sure exactly how deep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I got a fish on here too. Like I said, we got some catching. Whoa. Yep. Come on. They've moved over to the other side. This is getting high tide, they're moving. Yeah. I don't know what I'd do with a big fish. I had I think a skate on this last week, right around the corner, and broke my line, so I cleaned everything up and got down to some newer line. I think it had gotten a little, that's why they call it croakers. That, or I just had a bad knot, which sometimes happens. All right, that was on bottom. All right. There should be some, what the hell's on that? Probably a snag. I'm using 2-ounce sinkers, and sometimes it keeps it in place, other times not so much. And there's something on this. Yeah, there was a lot of seaweed on it too. Bunch of croakers.
Puppy drum.
Croaker.